It looks like some of the music industry's biggest names have been nominated for the 2023 Grammy Awards. It's very clear that Beyonce led the pack this year and managed to score 9 nominations, 8 of which are for her album Renaissance. Now she's tied with her husband Jay-Z for the most nominations received by any one artist. Kendrick Lamar also followed closely behind and received 8 nominations, and Adele received 7. This year's Grammys will introduce 5 new categories, including Songwriter of the Year, which aims to recognize someone who was the most prolific, non-performing and non-producing songwriter for a body of new work. There will also be a special merit award for the best song for social change, to recognize music with lyrics that address a timely social issue or vulnerable community and promotes awareness, raises consciousness and builds empathy. So let's break down the nominations. Aside from Beyonce and Adele, this year's other nominees for Album of the Year include Kendrick Lamar, Harry Styles, Lizzo, Brandi Carlile, Mary J. Blige, Coldplay, Bad Bunny and ABBA, who put out their first new album in 40 years called Voyage. For Record of the Year, it looks like Beyonce's Break My Soul and Adele's Easy on Me will be competing against Harry Styles' As It Was, Lizzo's About Damn Time, Doja Cat's Woman, Kendrick's The Heart Part 5, and there will also be Brandi Carlile's You and Me on the Rock, ABBA's Don't Shut Me Down, Mary J. Blige's Good Morning Gorgeous, and Bad Habit, which is a breakout hit by the 24-year-old singer and guitarist Steve Lacy. Break My Soul, Easy on Me, As It Was, About Damn Time, Bad Habit, and The Heart Part 5 are also up for Song of the Year, along with Gail's ABCDEFU, Bonnie Writer's Just Like That, DJ Khaled's God Did, and Taylor Swift's All Too Well, which is a track that originally appeared on her 2012 album Red, which she re-released as a fresh recording last year. While it's true that the Grammys generally disqualify old songs, All Too Well was allowed in because it contained more than 50% new material, which is apparently one of the Academy's rules. But interestingly enough, we are starting to see a growing number of prominent artists that decline to submit their work for consideration. Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak told Rolling Stone last month, "We would like to gracefully, humbly, and most importantly sexually bow out of submitting our album this year." And how can you forget what The Weeknd said in 2020 when he slammed the Grammys and called them corrupt after he received 0 nominations for his song Blinding Lights, despite the fact that it was clearly 2020's biggest hit single. He told Variety, "The trust has been broken for so long between the Grammy organization and artists that it would be unwise to raise a victory flag. I remain uninterested in being a part of the Grammys, especially with their own admission of corruption for all these decades. I will not be submitting in the future." And it looks like he kept to his promise. Drake also withdrew his name from the 2022 awards after the nominations were announced, despite having 4 nods as a featured artist or writer this time around. He claimed that the disconnect between the Grammy Awards and popular music was making the accolade insignificant. In 2020 he said, "I think we should stop allowing ourselves to be shocked every year by the disconnect between impactful music and these awards, and just accept that what once was the highest form of recognition may no longer matter to the artists that exist now, and the ones that come after." He also called out the Academy's questionable track record with hip-hop and artists of color in 2019 during his actual acceptance speech. Drake said, "You've already won if you have the people singing your songs word for word, if you're a hero in your hometown. Look, if there's people who have regular jobs who are coming out in the rain, in the snow, spending their hard-earned money to buy tickets to come to your shows, you don't need this right here. I promise you, you've already won." But obviously the Academy was not too happy with what he had to say, and they quickly decided to cut to commercial before he even finished speaking. In an effort to restore their reputation, the Grammys have gone through a lot of changes over the last few years, and most of it is a direct response to all the criticism they've been getting. It seems like the people are not only angry that the awards are consistently failing artists of color, but the fact that the actual nominating procedure is sketchy as hell because it allows insider manipulation. These major changes include the ballot for the top categories expanded from 5 slots to 8, and then from 8 to 10. Last year they also eliminated most of the nominating committees, who were supposed to be anonymous groups of experts whose job it was to whittle down the choices of voting members to decide which artists made the cut in dozens of categories. But despite the Grammys' attempts to improve how decisions are made and get with the times, we're still seeing more and more artists rejecting the accolades than ever before. So what do you think? Are the Grammys still relevant? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.